Dun, 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 dun. Welcome to Mochiville Remote. It's Mr. Rosenberg with our guest Nina helping today. Here is our theme today, adaptation. And our learning word talk about adaptation, fractions in the kitchen, read aloud, coping, and then the writing challenge, write a story. So how is everyone today? It's Monday, and we're still not in school. And I miss it, and I'm having to adapt. To adapt is to change, either quickly over time. Some animals adapt over thousands of years to get better at things, like bats with their ability to hear using something called echolocation. They had to build this up over time. Other times we have to adapt really quickly, and right now we're having to adapt or change really fast. We're at home, for example, and I'm teaching you by making YouTube movies and sending them to your parents. And again, do not stress. These videos are for you to have fun, to bring joy, and to kind of make us all feel a little bit normal during this time. These are not assignments that I'm saying you must turn in. They're not for any grades. They're not things you have to turn into. One of the adaptations I'll be doing, I'm in the word talk part, by the way, during today's lesson, maybe going forward, is I'm going to be doing some of the stretches that we've talked about. It might feel a little weird at first over the last few days. Yeah, because it's early, we're waking up, we're getting our blood flowing. Word talk adaptation. I already had to do one adaptation with this. This post-it note, my first one, wouldn't stick, so I had to write a second. To think of adaptations, you just need to think of change from one thing going into another. And when I thought about adaptations for humans, I thought, why? Why do we adapt? Well, we adapt to survive. We adapt to do better. We might adapt to change things so we have more fun. Survive. We put jackets on so that we can survive in the cold. If I take this off, I'll be okay. But after a while, it might feel a little cold and I'll want to put it on. Now, if I was living in a really cold environment, it might be life or death to keep my jacket on. We adapt to do better at things. I'm working on adapting to be a better teacher all the time. And right now, my adaptation is to try to teach with these videos, having fun, not being stressed, and just really trying to reach out to you all in Mochiville and any other kids that are watching, so you know you're loved, you know the teachers care about you. I'm not alone in this. We adapt to have fun. I've already heard great stories of kids meeting up on social media with friends to talk. I saw a video that my wife showed me about kids, a girl who didn't have a birthday party. It was canceled, and her friends did a drive-by birthday party where they didn't get out of the car, and it was like a parade, and they shared with her their birthday wishes. I have a feeling some of you have already adapted in the game area because you already play games with each other through social media. Now, as long as that's safe and your parents know, I think that's pretty great because you can play the games with your friends like normal, and you can sort of talk about what it's like for you. in this time of social distancing or physical distancing and just being at home a lot. Make sense? So that's what I think about with adapting. I'm adapting my teaching. Nina and I are adapting our living. We're trying to exercise and be healthy and laugh as much as a family. Next one, fractions in the kitchen. Now, this is one that's a great adaptation for right now, kiddos and families and folks. Because us teachers, especially third grade teachers, we always talk about, hey kids, you can use tools in your kitchen for fractions. But sometimes we don't really do it in the classroom. Or we think about it and we don't really do it in the classroom. Either way, guess what? You can use tools in the kitchen to talk about fractions. Look inside this measuring cup. See if you can see all of the fractions that are written there. Yeah? Do you see them? I see 1 cup written. I see another cup written. Yeah? I see 1/2 and 1/2, which are fractions. I see 3/4. I see 2/3. I see 1 3/4. There's a lot of fractions and other numbers written here. Well, kiddos, I'm trying to mix science and water and math. I have food coloring too, so this might be kind of cool. I'll probably get some on my hands. Sorry for using my teeth. Don't do that. Here's some food coloring dye. I'm going to drop in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green food coloring dye. And I wanted to use a different color than what I had. So I'm going to fit this out. I think this food coloring might be orange or yellow. Do you think it's orange or yellow? The color inside makes me think of orange. The top makes me think of yellow. And now I'm thinking of the book The Day the Crayons Quit. When the colors orange and yellow are arguing about who's the color of the sun. Let's do this scientifically. So 5 dots again. Orange. And now we have, is it orange? Is it yellow? It's green. Green and orange, green and yellow. And yeah, both of these were 1 cup. I'm going to try to do something. I am going to try to pour only a 1/2 cup, not a cup, but 1/2 cup of the green. And I have to kind of watch my green as it comes up like that. This was green in a measuring cup. And I want to remember this was green in a measuring cup. I'm going to put that to the side. And what I'm going to do is transfer it to another container and put it outside, actually. And I'll talk more about why I'm going to put it outside. So you got me? I'm going to put that in another container and outside. Now this is possibly going to be messier. Here are my measuring spoons. This is what a cup looks like. 1 cup and a measuring spoon. Yep. And here we have 1/2 of a cup. I'm going to pour the yellow into the measuring spoons. best of my ability, transfer it over here. Now I'm going to put these in 2 different containers outside, just to let you know. One container, well, it might actually be this bowl. And another container is going to be this jar. And I can use this because remember how it was 1 cup? Well, this should be what? If I poured out a half of 1 cup, what's in here? I think it's also a half a cup. So I take back what I said. Instead of me changing these into different containers, I'm going to adapt my lesson. And I'm going to put them out just as they are. Remember, each one has 1/2 cup. And I'm going to leave them outside, probably for several days. There are other things you can explore and practice measuring at home and see how they work in measuring containers. So you could do cereal, you could do some tea. You could also think to yourself things like, would it make sense to measure these? Well, is that 2 cups of cuties? No, probably not. Would it make sense to measure this apple this way? Probably not. But how could I? What could you do to measure it? We're running short on time, and so I'm going to rush myself through these things. Let me talk about the 4th thing right now, writing challenge, because I want to finish with reading from Coping by Danny Clay, compiled by Danny Clay. The writing challenge is simple. I'm going to write a story, and I want you guys to try to write a story right now too. I want you to write something. I don't know what you're going to write. You might do some art in it. You might write and tell us a story about anything. My story is going to be about a boy who's stuck at home. Why do you think that is? Haha. Who thinks they know? Yep, I'm going to do a story about a boy who's stuck at home and what he does to cope. Speaking of cope, here's Coping, compiled by Danny Clay. And here's our page for the day. Take a moment. Check it out. I'm going to do a quick 1-minute read. I think I can do it. Think of happy times. Oh, look at animal pictures. Do it all the time. Get some exercise. Fresh air. And that is important right now in shelter in place. If you can't go outside and it's not safe, do go to your backyard. If you don't have a backyard, go to a stoop. Maybe just sit outside and be with your family. Play soccer. And remember, play soccer indoor. Breathe. Smile for 5 minutes straight. Wait, did we read this already? I think we already read this. Okay. I'm going to go to another one. Sorry about that. Let's go to this page. Who makes the most mistakes every day? Me. That's what I'd always tell my kids. Sorry about that. One more. Think about all the good things you're going to do. Think about what you're going to do today to make this day awesome. Clip your toenails. Don't throw the nail stuff away anywhere else except in garbage cans. It's disgusting. Be lazy. That's okay to do right now. Build a couch for it. Ooh, ask for help. Watch some funny videos. I mean, videos that are actually funny. Go outside. Or imagine a place you really like. Again, if going outside is hard, be safe if you go outside. And practice staying at least 6 feet away from people with your family. Learn to do a backflip. Ooh, not for me. Play paintball. Listen to music. Tickle yourself with a feather. Do kung fu under a blanket. Hold on a skateboard and just cruise. I wish we had the skateboard in our classroom. Well, that's all the time we have. We're going to say goodbye. Wishing my sister Deanna in Jersey a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Deanna. We love you all. Be safe. Be well. and be loved. Bye.